Have you ever felt like you're living someone else's dream? Like every decision you make, from the school you choose to the job you accept, is somehow already outlined by your family, even if no one ever said it aloud. That's the subtle but powerful effect of family expectations. They don't always come as commands. More often, they arrive quietly, shaped by love, tradition, and unspoken hopes. And they shape us too. In small, everyday ways. In the way we second-guess our choices. In the way we measure our success not by how fulfilled we feel, but by how proud others might be. Growing up, many of us hear the same phrase, "We just want the best for you." And most of the time, it's said with genuine love. Parents hope we'll have more opportunities than they did, fewer struggles, and better outcomes. But the hard truth is this: what's best for us isn't always what our family thinks it is. And when those two things don't align, tension begins to grow. That's where we enter the gray area between motivation and pressure. Motivation, when it's rooted in love and freedom, can be empowering. It can give us the push we need when we're unsure of ourselves. It reminds us that someone believes in us. But pressure, especially when it comes with expectations we never agreed to, can be draining. It turns into a quiet voice that questions our every move. It can make us feel like no matter how far we go, it's still not enough. This experience is especially common in cultures that value family and community over individuality. In these environments, children often feel responsible for carrying the family's hopes and sacrifices. Choosing a career becomes less about passion and more about security or status. Marriage isn't just a personal decision, it becomes a family milestone. Every choice is seen through the lens of how it reflects on your parents, your siblings, your background. Sometimes, this kind of structure gives people strength. It teaches discipline. It encourages perseverance. But when there's no room for difference or dialogue, it can quietly erase a person's sense of self. You begin to live in a way that pleases others, while slowly losing touch with who you are. And the expectations are not always spoken. Sometimes they live in silence. In comparisons. In the way achievements are celebrated only if they match a certain mold. In the way disappointment fills the room when you choose something unconventional. This kind of pressure doesn't leave physical marks, but it leaves emotional weight. You start to feel like your worth depends on performance. That your value is conditional. If this sounds familiar, know that you're not alone. Many of us are navigating the tightrope between honoring our families and honoring ourselves. We feel torn between love and authenticity, between tradition and personal truth. But maybe the question isn't whether to choose one over the other. Maybe it's about learning to carry both. To appreciate where we come from without letting it dictate where we're going. You can love your family deeply and still choose differently. You can be grateful and still want more. And choosing your own path doesn't mean you're turning your back on them. It simply means you're stepping into yourself. So how do we deal with it? How do we respond when we feel that pressure quietly building? It starts by asking ourselves honest questions. Am I doing this because I truly want it, or because I don't want to disappoint anyone? Is this dream mine, or someone else's? Is the success I'm chasing actually making me happy? When you begin to answer those questions truthfully, you create space. Space for self-understanding. Space for boundaries. And yes, space for some difficult but necessary conversations. You might have to say things like, "I know this isn't what you imagined for me, but it feels right to me." Or, "I'm thankful for everything you've done, but I need to try this my way." These moments can be uncomfortable. You might meet resistance, silence, even guilt. But they also open the door to honesty. To mutual respect, to growth. And for parents who might be watching or listening, remember, your child is not your second chance. They are not your unfinished dream. They are their own person. Let them try. Let them fail. Let them find what lights them up inside. You can support them without scripting their life. You can love them without needing to control them. Expectations, when handled with care, can be a gift. They can inspire. But when they come without choice, they can become a cage. We all want to be seen, not for what we achieve, but for who we are. So if you are that person caught in between, trying to live up to someone's version of you, let this be your reminder. You don't have to become someone else's definition of success. You are already enough. In the end, this life is yours. And you deserve to live it fully, truthfully, and freely. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this resonated with you, share it with someone who might need it. And remember, you are not a disappointment for choosing differently. You are simply becoming who you were always meant to be.